This video will show you how to create folders to be used to store files that don't necessarily relate to a specific client or matter. If your firm does not have an internal client, you will need to create one. Do this by going to Clio and creating a new company with the name Internal in parentheses and in all capital letters. Using parentheses in the name will ensure that this folder appears at the top of your list when viewing your client folders. Now you have a place to store things not associated with clients or matters. There are a few different ways to set permissions on these folders. First, you can create a public folder that anyone can see and access. To do this, create a matter in Clio for the internal client. You can name it whatever you like. For example, I'll name my folder Andrew's Shared Files. Now, I'll just make sure that I have my permissions set to everyone. Now, when anyone goes to the internal client in Alpha Drive, they can not only see my folder, but also open it and view and edit documents inside. If you would prefer that others are not able to do this, you can create a private file storage folder. You do this the same way you created a public folder. This time, I'll name my folder Andrew's Private Files. Make sure you set your permissions to me, or others will be able to access your folder. Now, no one that goes to the internal client on Alpha Drive will even be able to see this folder except for you. There may be some instances where it makes sense to give folder access to only certain individuals. For example, you may want to exclude certain employees from viewing payroll documents, or a new attorney might have a conflict with one of the firm's existing clients. To do this, you will again create a matter for the internal client, but this time you'll set your permissions to the custom group that fits your situation. If there isn't already a group that fits, one will have to be created. This can only be done by an administrator of your Clio account. If you are an administrator, you can create a new security group by going to Settings in Clio. From here, click on Groups, Permissions, and Job Titles, then click Add on the right side. You can now name the group that you're creating. Now that the group is created, you need to add members to it. To do this, click Edit underneath the group name and click inside the Users box. You can add other people or even whole groups to this list. To find a specific person or group, just type the first few letters of their name. To my payroll group, I will add the Office Administrator as well as the Human Resources Department. Once everyone is added, I will click Update Group. Now you can see that when I go to create my new matter, I can select Payroll from the Permissions dropdown. The only people who will be able to see this folder in Alpha Drive are the members of the payroll group.